Hello and happy Thanksgiving. This week I thought that it would be very of the season to go ahead and do a video on all of my gratitude journals that I've kept. I think they really help a lot. I really think that. They're definitely a good thing to keep up, especially in a season like right now with coronavirus happening and everything going on, and everything just feels like it's real bad. Sometimes, it's final season. I have work stress, I have school stress, I have social stress. There's a lot happening, but at least every night I can look back and be like, you know what? My car started. But yeah, I'm just gonna do a quick little showing of the books themselves. Usually I just use notebooks that I acquire as gifts or in Flow magazines. I've got these two little Muji ones. I've got this one. I think my mom got this at World Market and didn't want it. This came out of a Flow book for paper lovers, or maybe it was just a Flow magazine. This was, my friend got me this from Japan. It's just a cute little kitty notebook. This also came out of a Flow magazine. My mom got obsessed with buying these little cardboard notebooks forever ago and had 50 of them, so I took a couple. This I got from a store in New York City called Tinsel Trading Company back in 2014, and I'm pretty sure they're out of business now, which is sad, but I think this is just a chronicle notebook. Yeah, chronicle books. Either way, cute as crap, but you can tell I got it when I was 14. And then I've got this one, which my mother made out of fabric and just some regular little paper. So the way I do these, and it's changed over the course of how long I've done them. See how I started this first one. Nice things I had to say before bed, January through March 2019. So this I did a little different. It's not necessarily gratitude. This is actually, I used to do this thing that I read about in this super weird woo-woo-y hippie book when I was 17. I got super into this spiritual stuff. Not really into it anymore, but I was definitely on a thing where I was trying to connect to a higher power, and I started off by writing good things about the people in my life, friends, acquaintances, colleagues, classmates, people that I, maybe even if I didn't care about them a ton, I wanted good things for them, or I don't know, kind of spread good energy or whatever. So I started off just by writing blessings. This one's to my cousin, this one's to my friend Olivia, friend Tori. Oh, this is one to a professor. This is one to a student. I should go back and read these. These are probably adorable and super cheesy, and I'll love them. This next one I think is when I would just list good things from the day. Today's weather. I ate exclusively good tasting food today. I talked to friends today. I easily talked to other people today. I laughed a lot today. After that one, I started writing them more like the way that I write them now, which is just basically 10 things that I'm thankful for from the day, and then kind of a list of affirmations at the bottom, or kind of quotes that I'm feeling now. Depending on what crap is going on in my life, the affirmations change accordingly. Affirmations, let me just, real quick. They are so hard to write if you hate being corny. I hate being corny. I had for a while a problem showing sincere affection to people in my life who mattered to me. So God knows I'm not super great at being super affectionate to myself. I can think, I'm cool. I can think I'm doing fine, but I'm never going to be you've got it in you. You're so loved. I feel so dumb. I feel dumb saying that to other people. How am I going to say it to myself? So affirmations have helped me with that. A lot, because I don't know why. I mean, I'm sure there are other people out there who have problems being cheesy, that's what it is. And so affirmations, I first of all think that writing meaningful quotes or affirmations to yourself regularly and consistently is so helpful. And I did not think it was going to be, but all these books that I mentioned, the corny self-help books I got into, all were write affirmations. So I did, and I still do, because I think they work. If you don't think they work, that's fine. I don't care. I'm not forcing you to read mine. All I'm saying is that if you're in a spot and you feel you kind of can't really, there's something you want to believe about yourself or about the world or about your capabilities, and you can say it out loud, but you don't really believe it, keep on telling yourself that. And I honestly, I'm not big on the law of attraction. I don't think things are just magically there to happen for you, but I do think that constantly reminding yourself of something that you're capable of will kind of change the way that you think about achieving and doing and goal setting. I genuinely think it's kind of just a mindset switcher. It's not so much like say it and it is so. It's more like, you know, if you're able to change the way that you think about something, that's going to change the way that you act about something, and those actions are going to change what happens to you. That's how I think that this is working for me. And I sort of know it, you know, I'm a big extrovert, and for a while I had a problem going into a room full of people and just kind of like talking to people. And I definitely don't have that problem anymore, because I think that I kind of wrote it out for myself, kind of like, I'm really good at talking to people, which is true, but I was just really good at initiating conversation, but then kind of reminding myself so much that I am really good at talking to people. I'm very, you know, I can start a conversation, I could keep a conversation going because I'm talkative, you know. Reminding myself of that made me a lot less nervous to go talk to new people, because I had this belief now, and this, I kind of had reminded myself like, hey, you're good at that. Why are you scared to go do it? So it's stuff like that that I really think it's helpful with. It's kind of, you know, I wouldn't use an affirmation to be like, he loves me, he loves, you know, like you're not going to change somebody else with an affirmation, but you can definitely, I really believe you can kind of change the way you're thinking about yourself, which is, you know, if there's anything I love to control, it's my own thoughts. So yeah, I think it's super helpful. If you haven't tried doing this, there are a couple different ways. So I have this other thing that I got out of a Flow magazine called The Bright Side of Your Life, which not my favorite thing to do. I've never used any of these because they just are not for me, but there are plenty of things that you can do. So for example, I mentioned I just write 10 things I'm thankful for every day, and every day I try and kind of change them up a little bit so that it's not just like rehash of all the same stuff. I write about my mom a lot, and you know, so I've tried to change it up where it's like, you know, okay, well today I'm thankful that she sat with me and let me talk to her for so long about this thing that was bothering me, and then the next day I'll be thankful that she, you know, cares so much about me that she like went on an Uber drive with me one night, you know. So I try and like change it up a little bit if I want to be thankful for the same thing a couple times in a row. But I genuinely, you know, I don't go for my standard, I'm so glad my car started today, every day, because I'm kind of like, okay, if that's taking up one of the 10, you gotta branch out a little bit. So that's what I do, and then I follow it up with affirmations. A lot of other people though, they'll use like genuine prompts and change them up by the day. For example, in this notebook that I just mentioned, this one is draw a picture of the tastiest thing you ate today, glue the wrapper or recipe next to it. So this is kind of like a hands-on one. I haven't done this. I just happen to still have this notebook, but then there's a little section, describe exactly one thing today that made you feel grateful. And then there's a series of questions like what happened, describe it as concretely as possible, why did it happen, who made it possible, what did the situation mean to you, what made you feel grateful, did you do something that made it possible, can you do it more often, did you tell anyone about the event? Like, it's thorough. I mean, that's a lot of questions for like one gratitude night, but I feel like if you did like one page a night, it would be helpful. What's the nicest sound you know? Describe it and try and hear it today. You know, just, I guess this is kind of more focused on like trying to get you to notice the good stuff as it's happening, rather than just kind of getting to the end of the day and being like, all right, like racking your brain for the good stuff, as if, you know, you didn't notice it on the first go. But I do think that that's an important part of a gratitude journal. It's kind of like realizing at the end of the day, like, wow, I didn't even realize in the moment how thankful I should be for that thing. So that's a big part of it. But anyway, I'm gonna keep doing these. I'm indefinitely. I don't see a day when I'll ever decide to stop keeping a gratitude journal. I feel like they've really helped me. They could maybe really help you. And also, what better time to remind yourself of the good things than during a pandemic? Because if there's anything we need, it's to be reminded of what's still good. So anyway, that's all for this video. If you enjoyed, please give it a like and subscribe to the channel, and I will see you next time. Bye.